Alright guys, this is going to be a quick little video on how to spruce up your Warmachine miniatures with some smoke detail on the smokestacks. So, if you're not familiar with Warmachine, it's a nice, pretty cool little game. I enjoy it a lot. For people who don't really know about it, it's almost like a steampunky video game, or miniature game, in the fact that it's not very high tech, but it is. Now, these are the Warcasters, and they control Warjacks. Kind of psychically, basically. Now they can be autonomous, so they do have working features like engines and stuff like that, and the Warcasters kind of just control their movements, okay? They're powered by themselves, well, most of them anyway. So, if you look on any of the artwork, you'll always see these huge raging fires and smokestacks, or smoke coming out of the smokestacks for the miniatures. So, we'll start with this guy first. Is a Warcaster. Now, as you can see, the smokestacks. This is probably my favorite smokestack detail I've done. Back is but it's nice. It's not. He's not doing anything crazy. He's kind of just standing there. So I try to replicate that with the green stuff. This is the green stuff. That's what it's called, green stuff. And that's what I did. So it's really just simple pose, and I think it adds a lot to the detail. Now here's another guy's a light Warjack. Now it's not as detailed as the other one. It's a little more simple, and the reason it's coming off to the side is because I try to replicate or make it look like he's in a fluid motion. Okay, so if there's a guy like right here, he's going to be coming in to smack him like this, as you can see with the flail here. And his arm backwards, so you can kind of see, you know what he's doing. He's about to smash somebody. So I tried to also follow this. It's almost like the smoke is following the miniature, okay, on his spin. So that's something to remember. You don't want it just coming straight up, because it's not going to make sense, because he's already in a motion of diagonal motion. So that's something to remember. That's very important when you're doing this. This is more simple. I didn't finish the smoke on this guy yet, but it's just supposed to be kind of like a regular pose like this, like he's just getting ready. So you're not going to have anything that's really waving around. You can see the upper torso is kind of just a little down. So I kind of tried to make it look like if this was where the smoke was coming up, you get that when he gets into that stance. So he just got into that stance, so the smoke is going to be a little bit outward towards the base to get that pose. And here's this is a mace with the flame coming out of the middle of it. So I was beginning to replicate the flame work coming out on all four sides. I haven't gotten there yet. Here's another. Is a heavy Warjack. His arm's missing right now, but he is in the pose of almost diagonally slapping somebody. Warmachine slap, or Warjack slap. So sideways, like horizontal kind of slap just coming in. So what I did with the smokestacks is I tried to replicate that as well. So the smoke would be coming up this way, and obviously I'm not going to put all that work into it, but if it's coming up like this, and he starts to swing, the detail is going to be outward this way and sideways. If that makes sense. So it's coming up, the smoke, and you're getting that slight turn. This is probably a better way to view it. It's coming up and you get that slight turn. Okay, that slight turn this way. So it's almost like you're building the smokestacks from the top downwards to the point of contact with the smokestacks. It is a little tricky at first, but once you can visualize it, it's a lot easier. So remember, working from the top down. This is the point of, kind of like the point of origin, and you're working the way down as you're building the smoke trail. I mean, you could do it whatever way you want. That's just the way I think of it. So you're slashing. Now, if you don't have smoke on your smokestack, it looks kind of bland. I will be putting a smokestack on this guy. It's going to be a regular pose. But you can tell it would look a lot nicer with a smokestack. Now, you don't have to worry about the colors being all different. It's just a mixture of green and yellow that you mix together to get the green stuff. And once you paint it, I mean, it's going to be whatever color you painted. Now, there are some tools to use to get this effect on the, those ridges. You can use whatever you want. And what I use is actually just the tip of this cap. These ridges. Got some small ridges, got some large ridges. And I just, when it was still moldable, I basically just rolled it. That's all I did. So anyone can, it's actually very simple for people to do this, and it adds a lot of detail to your artwork. And I do call it artwork because it's not really customizable, but it's your, you can do whatever you want. Pose them, detail them up. So yeah, it's your artwork. So hopefully this was a little informative. If you want me to bring you through the process, like on this guy, I will definitely do that. Just leave some comments or something. So yeah, I'll actually put up another video of using this green stuff to actually just make armor detail and stuff like that on another one of the guys that I'm almost done with. But I'll be putting that up later too. So especially for the older kits that don't look as nice, you could get them to have more dramatic poses. So hope you guys liked it.